My phone buzzed at 7 in the morning. Dad's name lit up the screen. "We need to talk. It's urgent. Please." I stared at those 3 words. Please. 2 years earlier, the same man stood at the head of a family dinner table and called me the shame of this family. All because I drove for a delivery app. He cut me out. Publicly. In front of everyone who mattered. Now he was begging. What changed in 2 years? I'll tell you exactly what changed. But first, you need to understand where this all started. Because the man who disowned me for delivering takeout had no idea that same delivery driver was about to buy his building out from under him. And I had receipts for everything. Where are you watching from, and what time is it there? Drop a comment. And if you've ever been underestimated by your own family, hit that like button. You're going to want to see how this ends. Let me take you back. Rewind 2 years. I was 24. 6 months into a leave from business school. My mom had been sick. Medical bills piled up faster than insurance could cover them. I came home to help. Took a semester off. Told myself it was temporary. Rent still came due. I needed income. Fast, flexible, no long interview process. So I signed up to drive delivery. My father owns a mid-sized commercial real estate firm. Country club member. Rotary club. Image is everything to him. To him, I wasn't helping the family. I was embarrassing it. But I saw something different. Every shift was a masterclass. Route optimization. Customer pain points. Last mile logistics. Supplier bottlenecks. I kept a spreadsheet. Every single delivery. Timestamps, tips, mileage, client complaints, patterns. I wasn't just driving. I was learning a system from the inside. There was this older driver, Lou. Quiet guy. Always had the best routes. One night over coffee at a gas station, he told me he used to own a logistics company. Sold it, retired, got bored. Came back to drive because he loved the puzzle. They'll judge you for the start, he said. But they'll respect the scale. If you ever build it. I started building. Every dollar I made went into 2 places. Rent and a separate savings account. Capital. And I saved everything else too. Screenshots, text threads, bank statements, contracts, call it a habit. Call it insurance. I didn't know I'd need those records as proof. I just knew I was building something my father would never understand. 6 months into driving, my Aunt Carol hosted a family dinner. 12 people around the table. My parents, my younger brother, aunts, uncles, cousins, small talk, wine, the usual performance. Then Aunt Carol turned to me. "So, sweetie, what are you up to these days? Still on break from school?" Before I could answer, my father cut in. "She's delivering takeout. Door to door." The table went silent. He didn't look at me. He looked at his wine glass. "Delivering food," he continued. "Like the help." My Uncle Jim laughed, nervous, ugly. I tried to explain. Told them I was studying logistics. Building a model. Saving capital. Dad cut me off. "You're wasting your education. You're directionless. Honestly, you're an embarrassment." Aunt Carol looked down. My brother stared at his plate. I felt my face go hot. But I didn't cry. I didn't yell. My father stood up. "I didn't raise you to be the help," he said. "And I'm not going to sit here and pretend this is acceptable." Then he dropped the hammer. "The family trust distribution is coming up. I'm recommending you be removed until you get serious about your life. Maybe that'll motivate you to fix this." He said it in front of everyone. 12 witnesses to my public disownment. I stood, grabbed my bag, walked out. His voice followed me to the door. "Don't bother calling unless you're ready to apologize and do something respectable." I didn't look back. The next morning, I woke up to silence. The family group chat, gone. They'd removed me. My brother sent a private text. "Dad's telling everyone you're in trouble. Just stay away for a while. Sorry." That was it. Rent was due in 5 days. I had money. Not infinite, but enough, for now. Then the professional damage started. I'd been talking to a vendor, a small catering company. They were interested in a pilot project. Dedicated courier co-op. Exclusive routes. The owner ghosted me. A week later, a mutual contact told me someone had messaged him on LinkedIn. Told him I was unstable, a risk. I sat in my car between shifts, stared at my business plan document on my laptop. Version 4, 32 pages. Financial models. Letters of intent. Growth projections. I thought about giving up. Going back, apologizing, playing the part. Then I opened another folder. one labeled evidence, another labeled business plan V4. I remembered what Lou said. They'll respect the scale, not the start. I didn't fold. I doubled down. 8 months after that dinner, I hit a number I'd been chasing. $34,000, saved, documented, every single delivery accounted for in one spreadsheet. But that wasn't all. I had letters of intent from 3 local restaurants. They wanted in on the courier co-op I was building, signed, dated, and then the big one. A local startup accelerator sent me an acceptance email. $15,000 in stipend, 6 months of mentorship, office space, legal support. They asked for a reference. I gave them Lou's name. Turns out Lou wasn't just some retired guy driving for fun. He'd sold his logistics company for 7 figures. He knew the game, and he vouched for me. I took screenshots, the bank balance, the accelerator acceptance, the letters of intent. I didn't send them to my father, not yet. I filed them in a folder I labeled receipts, because my dad thought I was falling apart. He had no idea I was building an empire, one delivery at a time, and I had the paper trail to prove it. A year in, word got back to him. Someone told my dad I was doing some kind of business thing. I thought maybe he'd be curious, maybe even proud. Instead, he panicked. He called my brother, told him to warn me, tell her not to embarrass the family with some gig economy scheme. Then he went further. He started telling extended family I was involved in something shady. Implied debt, multi-level marketing, worse. Aunt Carol called me, concerned. Honey, your dad said you're in some kind of trouble. Are you okay? Do you need help? A cousin uninvited me from her wedding. It's just things are complicated right now. I hope you understand. I understood exactly what was happening. He was running a whisper campaign, and the timing couldn't have been worse. Because I was closing my first major contract, a mid-sized corporate client. They wanted to pilot my courier co-op for same-day local delivery. It was a $30,000 contract over 6 months. The VP in charge mentioned casually that he knew my father. Rotary Club. I realized Dad's reputation games could kill my deal. The contract signing was 2 weeks out, and my father was actively trying to destroy me. Why? I was about to find out. I closed the contract anyway. My work spoke louder than his whispers. The signing dinner was professional, calm. The VP was impressed. Then he said something offhand. By the way, I heard your dad's firm is in a tight spot lately. Lost a couple anchor tenants. Something about a lawsuit? I smiled, thanked him. Went home, and I started digging. Public records are public for a reason. I found the court docket. My father's company was named as defendant in a breach of contract suit. A former tenant. 6 figures. Then I found the lien, filed against one of his properties. $178,000. I cross-referenced the dates. The lawsuit was filed 3 months before that family dinner. The lien was recorded 2 months before. He shamed me 6 months after his own empire started cracking. I downloaded everything. The court documents, the lien filing, a business journal article about tenant exodus at his firm. And suddenly it all made sense. He didn't disown me because I was failing. He disowned me because and he needed a scapegoat. But I wasn't done digging, because there was one piece I hadn't connected yet. The family trust, the one he pulled me out of. I went to my mom's papers. She'd kept copies of everything. Estate planning, trust documents. I found the distribution schedule. The trust was set to pay out that same year, the same quarter my dad's lawsuit went to settlement. Each beneficiary was supposed to get $41,000. But there was a note, handwritten, dated 2 months after the dinner. Beneficiary removed per family vote. Reallocated per revised schedule, my share. $41,000 redirected. I checked the settlement amount on the lawsuit. $178,000. My Uncle Jim co-signed my dad's legal defense. They were both on the trust. They didn't just exclude me to protect his image. They excluded me to free up cash, to cover the settlement, to keep his firm alive. I wasn't collateral damage. I was liquidated. The exact number stared back at me from the page. $41,000. Now I knew exactly what to do, and I had every receipt I needed. 18 months after that dinner, my courier co-op was profitable. We were scaling. The accelerator connected me with a venture group that specialized in last-mile logistics. I pitched them. They liked it. Seed round. $120,000. I incorporated as an LLC, Summit Logistics Holdings, hired a part-time attorney, a bookkeeper, built a real board, and I started looking at expansion. I needed a dispatch hub, warehouse space, street-level retail for a driver lounge. My attorney sent me a list of available properties. One jumped out. My father's largest remaining commercial building. The one with the lien. It had been quietly listed after the settlement. He needed to sell. The building was perfect. Central location, loading access, retail frontage. It fit my growth plan like it was designed for it. I ran the numbers, made an offer, all cash, through my LLC. The name on the offer was Summit Logistics Holdings. Not my name. He had no idea his daughter was the buyer. I didn't tell him. I didn't gloat. I didn't send a warning. I just signed the papers. And I waited for closing day. 2 years after the dinner. Closing day. My father's attorney scheduled the meeting at a conference room downtown. Standard commercial sale process. I walked in at 9 a.m. My dad was already seated, his lawyer next to him. When he saw me, his face went white. His attorney looked confused. I sat down, calm, professional, slid my ID and the LLC operating agreement across the table. I'm the principal buyer. Silence. My father tried to speak. This is a joke. You can't possibly... My attorney cut him off. Ms. Hayes is the sole member of Summit Logistics Holdings. The offer is clean. Proof of funds is attached. Shall we proceed? Dad's lawyer skimmed the paperwork, nodded. My father stared at me. I pulled out a tablet, set it on the table. Before we close, I want to show you something. I tapped the screen, projected it onto the wall monitor. First image, a text thread. His words from 2 years ago. You're an embarrassment. I didn't raise you to be the help. Second image, my bank statements. $34,000 saved in 10 months while he lost twice that to a lawsuit. Third image, the trust reallocation memo. My name crossed out. $41,000 redirected. Fourth image, the court docket. His firm as defendant, the lien, $178,000. I let it sit there. Then I spoke, once. You called me the shame of the family for driving delivery. That delivery driver just bought your building. The lease terms are in the folder. Standard, fair market rate. You can stay as a tenant or vacate in 90 days. Your choice. His lawyer leaned over, whispered something. My dad's hand shook as he signed the documents. He didn't say a word. I stood. Collected the signed paperwork. I'm not doing this for revenge, Dad. I'm doing this because it's a good investment. Maybe one day you'll understand the difference. I walked out, keys to the building in my hand. He sat there in silence, and I never looked back. My father chose to vacate. He moved his firm to a serviced office across town, downsized, took on contract work. I converted the building into exactly what I'd planned. Ground floor, dispatch hub, driver lounge, free Wi-Fi, showers, lockers, second floor, co-working space for gig workers, legal clinics twice a month. Financial literacy workshops. Lou became my operations advisor, equity partner. The co-op grew. 47 drivers in 18 months. Family fallout was mixed. My mom reached out quietly, told me she was proud. We meet for lunch now. Just the two of us. My brother admitted Dad had lied about me. Apologized. We're rebuilding. Aunt Carol sent flowers to my office with a card. I should have asked your side. I'm sorry. Uncle Jim never spoke to me again. And Dad? 6 months after the closing, I got that text. The one from the beginning. We need to talk. It's urgent, please. I didn't answer right away. When I did, it was professional. I offered him a consulting contract. Hourly rate. Help me vet commercial tenants. Use his experience. He declined. A year later, he called again. This time, his voice was different. I was wrong. I was scared and I made you the enemy. I blamed you because I couldn't face my own failure. I'm sorry. I didn't forget. But I did forgive. On my terms. We meet twice a year now. Coffee, boundaries, no family dinners. He asks about the business. I keep it surface level. It's not reconciliation. It's management. My company is valued at $1.2 million as of last quarter. I started a fund. Micro grants for women and marginalized people starting delivery or logistics businesses. The name? The Shame Fund. Because the work that shamed me built the life that freed me. Here's what I learned. People will judge your start. Let them. Just make sure you document the whole climb. Success isn't about revenge. It's about becoming so undeniable they have to rewrite the story they told about you. Keep your receipts. Build in silence. Let the work speak. This is a fictionalized dramatization, not legal or financial advice. Now I want to hear from you. Have you ever been underestimated by the people who were supposed to believe in you? What did you do? Or what would you do? Drop your story in the comments. And if this one hit home, subscribe. There's more where this came from. Thanks for watching.